So when we talk about the course curriculum, okay, primarily we are going to focus on financial modules. So majorly GL, AP, AR, CM, and FA. Here you could see the same. So these five modules would be very primary, where we'll be covering the most of the functionality which is available from the standard applications. So for these applications, we'll be working on data conversions. In Fusion applications, the data conversion is a purely functional task. To perform the data conversions, we don't require any technical resource, which generally it's a mandatory in case of EBS. I request you all to mute from your end. If you have a question, you can unmute and you can have a discussion. So since you don't have any questions at this moment, please keep on mute. If at all required, you can unmute and we can just talk on that. Okay, fine. So primarily these are the five modules we are going to cover. Along with that, so the Fusion expense, it's nothing but EBS I expense. Yes, we'll be working on this. The basic configuration, basic flow. The same is applicable for Fusion tax. This is from when you talk about EBS, we have EBT, e-business tax. The same you can see in the Fusion as a Fusion tax. We are not calling it as EBT, since it's not a EBT part. They moved into Fusion applications. We are calling it as a Fusion tax. So along with these applications, very primarily we'll be focusing on these five. So along with these five, these two modules also will be covering the basic configuration, basic process flow. And apart from that, we'll be working on complete P2P and O2C cycles. Okay, so we'll see the basic configuration, the purchasing and product management, nothing but inventory and Oracle order management. So we'll be covering these three applications also, basic configuration, and we'll be running through the complete P2P and O2C cycles. We are not going to do any activity in the existing environment. We'll be creating everything from scratch. You take case as P2P or O2C, what are the applications need to be configured to run the P2P cycle, all we'll be doing in our classes only. That means when you do the implementation, what is the process we follow? In the fresh instance, okay, we do the setups from the scratch. The same approach we are going to follow in our classes. So after going through these sessions, you'll be in the position to do the configuration in the fresh environment. Okay, in the production, or you may call it as a test environment, depending on what purpose you are going to use. So that's how we'll be running the classes. Along with this P2P and O2C, we'll be working on this AGIS, Advanced Global Intercompany System, and rapid implementation. We'll discuss what is the meaning of rapid. It's all about loading the data through spreadsheet, which are related to configuration related data. In Fusion applications, you don't need to create calendars, chart of accounts, primary ledgers, legal entities, and business units, nothing but operating units as per EBS. These are all setups related information you can keep in the spreadsheet. That spreadsheet can be loaded into the system. That process only we call as a rapid implementation. We'll be covering that. So along with that, reporting. Okay, what is the new reporting capabilities we have in the Fusion applications? We will go through all those. The financial reporting studio, smart view, these they taken from Hyperion. Okay, HFR we have Hyperion financial reporting. So that product functionalities they taken into Fusion applications. Now we don't see FSE no more in the Fusion applications. No FSE. FSE got replaced with FRS. And for every applications we have a BI reports and OTBA. We'll go through how to prepare the basic BI reports and OTBA reports. The BI where we have to write the queries. OTBA it's just predefined functional areas where anyone can go and just drag and drop the fields and the columns, rows, etc. That's how we can prepare the reports. And when we talk about data conversions, we'll be working on the master data and the transactional data conversions, like loading the suppliers data, customers data, AP open invoices, AR open transactions, assets, and GL journal related conversions. Will execute the complete process. We'll see the same you will be able to do in the your project when you work in the implementation project. So along with that, some other areas where we have to focus when you talk about this BPM, business process management, it is equal to AME in EBS. So in Fusion, by using the BPM only, you can set up any application related approvals. Those maybe for purchasing or GL journal related approvals or AP invoice approvals, everything we can do from here only. And when I talk about FSM, function setup manager, this is a place where we do all the configuration by creating the project. We'll discuss more detail level. And security console, which is equal to sysadmin in our EBS. Okay, so this is what we are going to cover. And Here, same as EBS multi-org structure, we have enterprise structure in the Fusion application. We'll be working on that, as I mentioned above also. Just the rapid implementation using the spreadsheets and data imports and exports by using FSM, and we'll just light on third-party integrations. What are the possibilities we have? And invoice imaging solution will be working on as a part of payables, and how to query the data in cloud. We know in EBS case, just simply we can connect any third party tool or Oracle related tools with the database, but that option we don't have in cloud environment. So within the instance itself, we have a where some catalogs space where we can go and write the queries. We'll just go through that. And again, this entire complete course training would be delivered by comparing with the EBS. Okay, so whatever we are going to discuss, that will be discussing with the EBS comparison. Like we'll talk about. So this is how we have in EBS in the Fusion. This is the way we do it. This is how it is same or different, and how it's different. These all points will be for everything. Whatever we are going to see in the Fusion, definitely will be comparing with EBS. That's how we'll be going through this course. And as I mentioned, the entire training will be delivering fresh environment based. Again, this is going to be very latest version. The current version is release 13. We'll be running the classes on latest version, that is release 13. And in fresh environment, when we are going to work, we'll start from the scratch. There won't be any sample data. The same approach will be running these classes. If you want to look at the detailed course curriculum module wise, so these are the basic setups which are required in the general ledger application we are going to complete. Apart from that, these are all concepts we are going to cover. Okay, how to create journals, how to load the journal through spreadsheet by using ADFDA, FBDA templates, and journal approvals, and reverse journal data access set, security rules, cross validation rules, ledger sets, reporting ledger, secondary ledger, auto post, reversal, revalidation, translation, consolidation, and reporting related. Okay, so these are the primary topics which will be covering as a part of GL. And when I talk about accounts payables, these are the basic configuration need to be completed to run the payables process. And these are the concepts which we are going to cover as a part of payables. Okay, so we'll be working on most of the features which are available in the payables application. You could see that we'll be sharing the same course curriculum with everyone. You can go through it, and if you need any clarity, definitely we can discuss in the next session. Already, if you have this course curriculum with you, you can just go through it. After this discussion, we can talk on that. So just almost we included everything. When I talk about the features, we included, and how to create the custom roles and invoice approvals by using the BPM, and how to load the suppliers data and open invoices data, and reconciliation part and reports preparation. Okay, and when I talk about receivables, the basic configuration, and these are the concepts we are going to cover from receivables application. The most of the transactions, receipts which you process, different scenarios. Okay, and cash management side, this is what we are going to cover. The relevant configuration and the reconciliations, manual, automatic, external cash transaction creation through manual process, automatic processes, and fixed assets configuration, and these are the concepts which we'll be covering, including how to load the assets information to system. And fusion expense, so basic setups, and how to create expense reports and approvals will be testing, and how to just process reimbursements, where system will create an invoice against the expense report. Okay, like invoice will be created in AP, that will be testing based on our own configuration which we do. And EBT, nothing but fusion tax here. So R2R flow will be testing. We'll just make sure that tax will get calculated in the any one of the subledger application, payables or receivables. And P2P cycle. So within the P2P cycle, these are the basic setups which you are going to complete. And when you talk about process, we'll see how to create the requisitions, how to approve it, how to auto create the purchase order, how to create the manual purchase orders, how to create receipt, how to perform the delivery, how to check on hand quantity availability, how to create invoice in AP by matching with the POR receipts and processing the payment. Anyway, the payment will be covering as a part of payables. And when I talk about O2C, we'll complete all the OEM related configuration, and we'll see the process, how to create the sales orders, how to validate, how to book, how to pick release ship confirmation, and whatever we have the order management do DOO. distributed order orchestration. We'll talk on that. Okay, to when we are working on P2P O2C, what are the areas, what are the changes Oracle did with respect to Fusion compared to EBS. Those also we'll be discussing, and we'll be working on all this. And FSM. Okay, this is a centralized place where we can do the any application related configuration. Okay, we'll be discussing about it, certain terminology, what we use, and what is the approach we follow, why project is required to start with the implementation. So this all will be covering. So this is all about our course curriculum, which we are going to cover in this training program. So apart from this, if you have any some other expectations or any questions on this, please. Any questions from anyone, please?
Uh, will you be covering configuration of subledger?
Yeah, subledger configuration. See, the same as EBS, there will be predefined configuration. When you are working on P2P in the purchasing application, it's a mandatory. You have to set up, you have to define your own subledger accounting rules. So there will be working on that. The finance side, the seeded one we can use if you want to modify based on the session what we are going to have for purchasing. You will be able to do it. We'll touch, but it's not mandatory for financials. In purchasing, it is a mandatory. Otherwise, system won't derive the accounts when you create requisition and purchase orders. Since they made it as a mandatory, we'll be covering that. So once you see that, you'll be able to do it for any application.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in tax, okay, there is something called vertex table, right? For US, I think.
See, the vertex,
there is something
vertex, taxware. There are many other third-party tools available. So those still in the Fusion also you can just integrate and you can get the data. You can load that data, master data into the system, rates or etc. Whatever you do with EBS, all are possible here.
Okay.
Yep.
So that will be shown, right? How to create vertex.
No, we see that is not possible here, right? So that's all about you have to just build an integration, or else if you have a file you can load it. It's a simple process where you submit one request. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, please?
Is there any document that you would be sharing every day, like PPT you just shown us?
See, what we'll do is yeah. So we'll be just discussing each and every point, whatever the information we have to understand. I'll be writing in the spreadsheet. Okay, if at all you require, I can share that information. Other side, anyway, the entire session will be recorded. I'll be sharing the recorded video on the same day after session. And apart from that, if you need, I can share some documents which we call as student guides, which will refer the almost similar to our classes. Okay, that information you can have. Apart from that, we have a open repository. If you go to Google and if you search for Oracle Fusion documentation repository, you can find good documentation from Oracle itself. And apart from these, within the instance, they given very good help repository. You can find the documents, you can find the videos, you can find normal help information, and you can find FAQs. So it's a very rich help repository they given within the instance itself. We'll go through that section also, so that you can understand how much good information you can have within the instance itself.
Okay, one thing I want to ask that whether we are going to cover different type of taxes that are applicable in India, that new one is GST or something like that.
So that is the solution itself not ready from Oracle. Okay.
No, but the point is that it's there being implemented by many companies, so people are providing training for that as well, na?
That is in the EBS, right? Not in the Fusion.
But when it is there, so it is going to be the part of this segment as well, isn't it?
It's. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, the solution is not ready for just. There is no single client who are using the taxation in Fusion. Okay, for no client, it's implemented in India. In EBS, the solution is available from Oracle, but not in the Fusion.
Sir, agree. I'm not denying your part, but the point is that when we are learning something from you, then in that case we need something where some whereabouts as per Fusion as well, na? Because EBS
Listen.
is the GST is the GST is a part that is not being even taught in EBS
1 second.
properly.
1 second. What I'm trying to say is the solution is not ready. When solution is not ready, we cannot discuss anything. If you are learning EBS, yes, for EBS, the solution is ready from Oracle. Okay. Hope you
Okay.
can understand.
Okay. So can you teach us with the part of that and from EBS only? Will that be a good deal? Because we can know about more things in GST from a trainer who can teach us with all the details.
No, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. Instances are, we don't have instance availability also for that. Anyway, that is all about EBS. Now we are talking about Fusion. So in the Fusion, we don't have that solution, and we are not going to cover the same since it's not at all possible. Okay,
Sure.
fine.
Sure.
Thank you. Any other questions, please?
Hi, Lakshman. I was trying to ask you a question that Namat couldn't get to.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. Well, basically, I'm an end user of R12 and 11i in the OTC module, and I'm already in the mid management level. So I was just wondering if this is the right training or right career path that I could choose.
See, I
Because
got
I'm
your
also
question. I hope I got your question. See, let me talk about it. If you are a just EBS 11A or release 12 end user, this training is not going to be helpful for you. So really, if you want to get into consulting side, the best thing what you could do is you can start with the EBS learning. That will give you the better understanding about that product and all. So once you are okay with the EBS, so Fusion learning won't become a challenge. It's just the same you are going to see, and there will be slight changes which you have to understand. That's all. So if you are interested,
okay.
you can learn, but normally we don't recommend for the guys who has a similar profile, whatever you have.
Yeah, because I'm a qualified business analyst. I'm a qualified BA from IIBA. So the next step, I thought, okay, fine. I got your point. So during the course of the training, by any chance, would you be sharing the BR100 documents or all those which are required for a consultant?
See, the BR100 and all, it's a part of project which we prepared. If you need some sample, I can do that. Okay, if you just for information purpose, since you don't have any consultant experience, if you want to go through it, how it looks like, how generally we prepare, for that reason, I may share with you. That's it. Okay, but as a part of this training curriculum, we are not going to share that project related documents at all. Okay, if you need, definitely you can just drop me email so that I'll be able to share. Okay.
Thanks for being honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, this is Suresh here. Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So this training will cover the implementation, that is the setup part, plus
Correct.
it will also cover the transaction processes.
Exactly.
Okay. And will you folks be? If I attend this training, it will be more towards my Oracle certification. So, do you folks also provide any kind of AP, AR, GL dumps so we can, better, face the Oracle certification exam?
See, like when you talk about certification, see, by doing this course, for sure you cannot, clear your certification, because we know for certification some additional learning is required. If you want to know about it, just give me a second. I'll just stop this recording and I'll talk about that. We have some information.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So from a setup standpoint, we are covering A to Z of setup, where one will be able to implement a complete system, and even transactional process. We are covering everything. Is that correct?
Exactly. See, let's take example of payables, accounts payables. To run the payables process, we have to complete some basic setups. If you complete the basic setup, system will allow us to process the invoices and payments. There will be some additional setups which need to be done depending on the concept, which feature you are testing, right? So we'll be covering this both setups. Okay, one is the basic setups which are required to run specific application. The other setups depending on the feature, which feature we are going to test. So that means finally we are going to see all the setups which are required as a basic as well as advanced, or you can say the setups which are required to test specific functionality.
Okay. And how about instance access and project, for practice, do folks provide?
Yeah. See, the complete training, whatever we are going to do, we'll do project based training only. We'll be creating the project and we are going to see all the application. That means this is all about complete process of implementation, how we do that approach we are going to follow. And when we talk about instance, yes, we'll provide the cloud instance access for 3 months. If at all you required, we can extend to 1 more month.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So any other questions from anyone, please?
For that test instance, do you need to install anything in our system?
No. You can just access this cloud environment from your smartphone also. No additional plugins are required. Like EBS, you don't need to download the Java file. Okay, so doesn't all you don't need to do it. Here, everything will be running on web pages. No forms in the Fusion environment. When you talk about EBS, most of the functionality will run through the form based, right? So that is the reason. So there are some plugins and required here. From any device you will be able to access, since it's going to be cloud. So directly you need just URL, you can hit and you can connect to the server from anywhere, any mission.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions?
Hi, Lakshman.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just have a quick question. So when we're talking about Oracle Fusion as a new topic in here, so if at all if the organizations are picking up from Oracle R12 to,
Your voice is not much clear.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Please go ahead. We'll see if the same issue will.
Okay. So I was telling when we upgrade from Oracle R12 to Fusion, or we migrate from our application.
Your voice is not clear. Your voice is not at all clear. So,
Okay, I'll email you.
yeah. So, okay. 1 second. Let me mute and unmute. Let me resolve. Yeah, please. You can just try again. Let's see.
Okay. All right. So I'm just asking, when we migrate or upgrade from Oracle R12 to Oracle Fusion Cloud, right? Are we going to talk about the best practices?
Seems to say same issue we have. Okay, if you don't mind, I'll take your question after some time. Okay, we'll see. By the time the audio quality will increase with that connectivity.
Hi. I think she's asking that, when we upgrade from Oracle R12 to Fusion applications, is there any best practices to follow?
Yeah.
Is that right?
If that is the question, answer is, so we have to go with the re-implementation. That is only the option, only one option available now. Okay. So we'll focus on that question maybe after some time when we hear the same from her. Okay. Any other questions from anyone, please?
Hi, Lakshman.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Can you be a bit loud, please? Your voice is very low.
Yeah, I have some experience in AP.
Okay.
Fusion AP.
Okay.
I want to move in implementation parts. How does it will help me?
So the best thing what you can do is you can start with the EBS financials learning. Okay, we have plenty of opportunities in the market on EBS. More than Fusion, we have on EBS only, frankly speaking. So later point of time, you may plan and you can just upgrade your knowledge to Fusion. So if you plan to learn Fusion from scratch, it may be a bit difficult. I mean to say, like just wherever you go, that go for training, most of the cases it would be like you will see more than 90% of participants who are EBS consultants only. So the trainings also goes their comfort zone. So that is the reason you'll be finding some gap. The best thing what you can, since you are expertised only AP, if you start with just AP, you cannot see the opportunities in the market. The minimum we should be okay with this core modules, what we call as these 5 modules: the AP, AR, GL, CM, and FA. If you are okay with these 5 modules, you can see the good opportunities in the market. So with 1 or 2 modules, it will be highly difficult to find out the opportunities. Most of the companies will look for the candidates who are expertised in the multiple applications.
Maybe a bit diverted from the topic. Thanks for guiding us, Lakshman. I mean, even I'm sailing on the same boat. Okay. Do they actually hire? Because whatever the Naukri profiles that I've got through, they always say that you need to have at least 2 end-to-end implementation experience. I mean, I have been using Oracle since last 8 years. And I have done various projects. Improvements and all. Okay. Not directly, but then I was acting as a business as a BA.
Yeah. So, see, but your experience will be limited to the just process, not solution, right? I mean to say solution in the sense it's all about building the solution with the configuration or customization. So more you might be working on some process optimization or some other areas, right? So so that is a totally different experience. It would be part of some consulting related little bit, but it's not, doesn't fall into consulting role 100%.
Exactly. No, that's what my question was. I mean, in fact, that if I go ahead and actually learn the EBS, all the five cycles. Yeah. Will I get preferred by the prospective employers?
Yeah, definitely. See, primarily if you are focusing on finance, if you are good enough with these 2 cycles, P2P and O2C, fine. So P2P and O2C, you should have a better understanding, but primarily you have to focus on these 5 modules. GL, CM, and FA, that would be more than enough. Because see, so if you get a good knowledge on this EBS applications, that will help you a lot. There are many openings in the market on EBS only compared to Fusion. The people normally it's Fusion always good and recommended for the people who are working as EBS consultants. So because you can see many people who got very good experience, years of experience, and just because of this Fusion learning, and just if they don't upgrade, they'll be losing many opportunities. And there are many openings in the market also. That is the reason most of the people prefer to go with this training. Otherwise, not because we don't have projects in the market. So if somebody is planning to learn this Fusion, the best thing is they can learn EBS. Okay, it's not mandatory immediately they have to learn Fusion also after EBS. They can proceed, go ahead with the EBS. In future, they may learn. By learning EBS, they can get into this consulting side. No doubt on that.
Okay, so since you do not actually train on EBS, so can you suggest somebody else also? I mean, since you have been speaking, I mean, we have been speaking to you for a pretty long time, and you come along with a pretty much good experience. So can you suggest somebody that can train us on EBS?
Yeah, we will will update you that information maybe after some time. Anshuman, right?
Anshuman.
Yeah. I just will make a note and I'll just ask the team to give you a call maybe after end of this meeting. Yep.
Hi, Lakshman.
Fine. Thank you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. This is Gayatri. Right now, I'm a techno-functional consultant in R12.
Okay.
So how can I handle functional things in Fusion? Any challenges will I face?
Yeah, see now the most of the technical techno functional are completely moving to functional in the market. That's what we can see because of this fusion. So when you talk about techno functional, here we have to see how much functional knowledge you have. That's very important. Okay, so do you know all the features which you have in payables or receivables or respective areas where you have experience, or just you know basic flow? That's very important.
Okay, I know 60-70% functional things.
Okay. So you will be able to implement payables, receivables applications on its
Yes.
own? Okay. If that is true, then you can go ahead with this question training. You'll be able to understand everything.
Okay.
So going
Okay.
forward,
Thanks, Lakshman.
if you see some gap, we have some solution for that. We'll just if you are, I mean, if you find the situation you are not able to understand something because you are lacking something from EBS side, so for that we have some alternative solution. We can just work on it. But if you are okay with the functional side, then only you can start with this. Even there are many people who has good experience on technical side. If who doesn't have some functional area of knowledge, if they start with this training, they will fail to understand properly.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks, Lakshman.
yeah. Thank you.
Hi, hey, this is Suresh once again.
Yeah.
Sorry. One last question. So you said that with this training, there is more needed for Oracle certification. And if you have time, do you think you can tell what is that more about?
I think the same I explained. 1 second. Fine. Any other questions, please?
Hey Lakshman, this is Vijay.
Yeah, Vijay, please.
Hello?
Yeah, Vijay,
So,
I can hear.
so Lakshman, oh yeah, right. So this Oracle Fusion is completely based on HTOF forms. We don't see any Oracle forms here.
Yeah, no, we don't see any Oracle forms. The forms environment here completely ADF pages. Okay, ADF pages, Java pages, web pages.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just will have only just single user interface in EBS. So when you go with the forms, multiple forms will be keep opening, and because when those forms will get triggered, we'll generally find some issues, bugs, and just there are many issues we come across. But here they made it just single user interface, and it's ADF pages, web pages. So even you will have experience mostly because of that. I mean the product, the pages, ADF pages, bug-free environment also. Maybe because of some functionality, you may come across some sort of issues. Here, when you compare with that, in EBS case, many forms. So those also one of the reason why we come across with the bugs and all here. So completely ADF pages, single user interface. So that will, uh, I mean, because of that, even the issue with the product, I mean, when your usage point of view also, you don't get any issues.
Okay.
And once we just get into the application, there are many other points to discuss on this user interface also. We'll talk on that, dashboards, etc.
So company implementing this Fusion, then how much time they will take generally?
The time frame totally depends on the volume. I mean, for which operations they are going to implement, for how many countries they are going to implement. If you take very typical EBS implementation, say for example, you are implementing for one client, based on that, based on your team and other factors, say it's going to take 1 year time. That you can just cut down for 5 to 6 months also. If EBS, if you are going to implement for one client EBS application, say the time frame is 1 year, in case of Fusion, you will be able to finish within 5 to 6 months time frame. So that's how drastically you can reduce this, I mean, the project execution time. The reasons, what are the reasons? Because the environment is going to be cloud, and it's all the time it's accessible, and you don't need to depend on your internal DBAs and other technical experts. And whatever you do in EBS, say data conversions, primarily in every project, data conversion is a mandatory task to move the data from legacy to the EBS applications. For that, we have to depend on the technical people. We have to deploy the technical people into team, and they have to just build the the logic of data conversions. They have to test. We have to support them. There should be some good communication between the functional and technical to understand many other aspects also. So but here everything we are going to avoid. We don't need technical people. The data conversions can be done by functional people. That's how Oracle is providing the FBDA templates, file based data import templates. We are going to cover in our classes also. Once you go through these classes, you will be able to do in your project on your own. So because of that, it totally got reduced. And again, because of environment. Okay, again within this cloud we have a different environment, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay, depending on that which your client will be choosing, customizations are possible and not possible. Those points will be discussed. So once we understand those points, why the time can drastically reduce, we can understand. And again, we can load the data very easily. We can move the data, set up data from one instance to another instance, the very simple very easiest way. Okay, these all points will reduce the project duration when you compare with EBS. We'll see that going forward. We'll understand. Okay, what are the all reasons can reduce the time frame, project time frame drastically.
Hey Lakshman,
Yeah.
this is Chandra. So how is Oracle Fusion different from Oracle Cloud?
Okay, both are same. Where you are maintaining your server, based on that you can include the cloud. Say for example, I taken the license for Fusion Financials from Oracle. So if I'm taking the license, means I'll be maintaining in my own server. We'll buy the server infrastructure, we get our DBA will install that product in our own server. Instead of maintaining the Oracle Fusion Financial product in your own server, take subscription from Oracle. If you are taking some subscription from Oracle, we no need to maintain the server. The application will be managed by Oracle in virtual servers. So when you talk about physical servers will be residing in our office or some other location. But when you talk about virtual servers will be residing as internet as a source. That means you are going to have your servers in the internet, not in any physical location. And you are not going to maintain that servers. The servers will be maintained by Oracle or some other cloud computing company. So that approach we call as cloud. Okay, that means if you are going to install the product in your own server, that just which product you are installing, Oracle Fusion, you call it as Oracle Fusion applications, say Oracle Fusion Financials. You are not going to maintain those applications in your own server. Okay, the servers, what are the applications you are going to add?
Okay.
Those applications will be managed by Oracle by facilitating the server in the virtual environment that we call as a cloud financials. Just you have to.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Yes. Cloud.
So you are saying that Fusion user interface is same for cloud, either cloud or Oracle Fusion. It's just where you maintain server. Based on that, we call it as Oracle Cloud.
Yes,
But
based on that.
everything else is going to be the same.
No.
Okay.
Other points we have to understand, if you are going to maintain in your own instance, own server, so you can just play with that product. Any customizations you can do. So however we do in case of EBS. If you are going to take the subscription from Oracle, so everything will be managed by Oracle. Again, within the Fusion, which subscription you are taking, depending on that, you can have a privileges. You can just, so if you go with the SaaS, no customization is allowed. If you go with the PaaS, yes, you can do the customizations. Anyway, these points we are going to discuss in our class. Okay.
Okay.
So which is
But the application, the structure will be the same, like
product remains same, 100%.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
privileges, which privileges you can get and which privileges you cannot get, that only will decide. That will, you can see that as a difference. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So any other questions, please? So no questions. Okay, just we'll have a few slides to understand very high level information about Fusion Cloud. Okay, fine. Seems to no questions from anyone. So just we'll have 30 more minutes session, and then we can wind up for today. Just 1 second. I have a few slides here. Okay. So this is the agenda, demo agenda for today. Just we are going to talk about what is the Fusion applications and what is the meaning of cloud computing. If any client is going to choose this Fusion applications, what are the different delivery models or options are available from Oracle, and difference between on-premise and cloud platforms, and a few technology and application related terms. We'll see how those are different from EBS and the look and feel, how it looks like, and already we gone through the course curriculum for the same, right? So what is the meaning of Fusion applications? See, we know like there are many ERP products in the market. Okay, just I listed very few here. So as we know, we have a JD Edwards as ERP product in the market, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and as we know very well, we have a Oracle EBS in the market. So if you look at these ERP products, most of the ERP products are offering the multiple solution. If you look at JD Edwards, order management solution, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, manufacturing management, in the same way, other ERP products also offering many solutions which are required for enterprises. So we have many ERP products in the market. Now, if you take this simple example, say we have one client who is looking for ERP which can cater the solutions as per their business requirements for these areas. Say they are looking for SCM and HCM, human capital management, CRM, and financial management and reporting solution. If some client is looking for some ERP for these areas of their business processes, now the big question is which ERP is the right ERP for the client. So when you talk about the right ERP, if you look at the existing ERPs in the market, you don't see specific one ERP which is very much specialized in all the business solutions. Okay, if you look at JD Edwards, you may find order management is very much a good solution, and when you talk about PeopleSoft, it's very famous for HCM, human capital management. When you talk about Siebel, CRM is very famous in the market. When you talk about Oracle, financial management is best out of all the solutions which are available from Oracle. So this is how you can see different ERPs and different solutions are very much specialized. You cannot say from Oracle EBS HRMS solution is very popular in the market. No, from Oracle HRM is not very much popular. Financial management is very popular, means Oracle financials very famous. But when you talk about HRMS solution, that is really good from PeopleSoft product. PeopleSoft HCM, human capital management, which is equal to HRMS, is really good when you compare with other ERP products. So that's how we have a different ERP products, and from different ERP products, the different solutions are very much famous and popular in the market. But if any client wants to get the best solution from the different ERPs, it would be a great challenge for them, because they have to take the license from the different vendors and they have to do the integration, and they should deploy a very strong technical team who will take care of these integrations and will be helping to that business process related issues, etc. So so that is the situation we have in the market. So now just when you talk about the current market situation, so earlier Oracle is owning only one product, that is Oracle EBS, Oracle Business Suite. So later Oracle acquired many other ERP products. So JD Edwards Oracle acquired, now that is Oracle JD Edwards. PeopleSoft ERP product also Oracle acquired, now that is Oracle PeopleSoft. In the same way, Siebel Oracle acquired, we call as Oracle Siebel now. And anyway, EBS is already owned by Oracle only. And Hyperion, which is a reporting tool, not only for reporting, even for planning and budgeting also. It's a very famous product we have in the market, that is Hyperion. Hyperion also Oracle acquired. The Primavera project planning applications, Oracle acquired. Not only these, there are many other ERP products as well as enterprise applications Oracle acquired. not only just enterprise application, many technologies also Oracle acquired. So after acquiring many ERP products and many other enterprise applications and technologies, what Oracle it is, they taken the best solution from those products. So let's move to next slide. See, now all these ERP products are owned by Oracle. Okay, even including this reporting tools and other project management tools. So if you look at these products from Oracle JD Edwards, say Oracle order management is very rich solution we have. And from PeopleSoft, HCM, Human Capital Management, from Siebel CRM, from Oracle EBS Financial Management, from Hyperion. So these are very famous solutions. The same with Primavera Project Portfolio Management. Now what Oracle it is, since Oracle is having ownership on all these products, they take in the best solution, best practices from their own products. Okay, that means from PeopleSoft they taken Human Capital Management, from Siebel they taken CRM solution, from Oracle EBS they taken the financial management, from Hyperion they taken Hyperion Financial Reporting and Hyperion Financial Management and Planning and Budget, from Primavera they taken Project Portfolio Management solution. By taking the different solutions, different best practices from different ERP products which are already owned by Oracle, they built a application called as Fusion applications. Okay, if any client is going to use Oracle Fusion applications, they are not going to use just one legacy of the product. They are going to just get a product which is very much solid in all the aspects of their business processes. If client is going to use Oracle Fusion applications, in the background they'll be using PeopleSoft for their HRMS solution, which you call as HCM, Human Capital Management. If client is going to use CRM solution as a part of Fusion application, that is a legacy of Siebel. Okay, the Siebel CRM only we have as a part of Fusion applications. And if they are going to use Fusion Financials, that is nothing but EBS Financials, they move to Fusion. And in the same way, what are the reporting they are going to use as a part of General Ledger application, that is Hyperion Reporting. And if they are going to use the project management and the project related solution, that is from Primavera, as well as they taken from EBS solution also, EBS Project Accounting and Primavera Project Management, Planning, Portfolio Management. The different solutions and practices they taken into Fusion application. That means the Fusion application means it's a legacy of many ERP products, and whatever the best practices are available, best areas of solutions are available, by taking those they built ultimate application called as Fusion applications. So this is what we have to understand, what is the meaning of Fusion applications. Any questions here, please? Okay, any questions from anyone, please? Fine, no questions. So we'll move on to next slide. Okay, what does it mean by cloud computing? Okay, so when you talk about cloud computing, so the meaning is, so it's all about, instead of installing and maintaining the software in the physical servers, maintaining the software in the virtual servers, where we can maintain that virtual servers as internet as a source. You can look at that definition. The practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage and process the data, rather than a local server or personal computer will serve for the client requests. So that means in cloud computing, what happens is, we won't be using any physical servers. We won't be using any physical servers. With the cloud computing technique or technology, what cloud computing companies will do is, they'll be having very, very big missions. They'll have a very big missions. By using those big missions, they can produce virtual servers within the internet. Okay, those in virtual servers, within those virtual servers they'll maintain the software. So based on the client subscription, they'll be giving the access to those virtual servers instead of giving access to physical servers. So since those are going to reside in the internet, so there will be the user experience, the response time would be very rich. So that's how the servers all the time would be available. Wherever you find the internet, you can think there you have your server residing. So that is the meaning of cloud computing. It's all about just maintaining the servers, virtual servers as a internet as a source. Okay, we are not going to maintain any physical servers in a specific location. No physical server, no specific location here. So here the location would be internet and server would be virtual. So within that we'll be taking the subscription. When I talk about cloud computing, mostly it's all about subscription. We don't take any license. In case of physical servers, we have to take the product license, which will be costing more for the client, and the client has to buy the server infrastructure. They should get technical team to manage everything. But here in case of cloud computing, we can avoid all those things. We no need to take any license, just subscription based on our requirement. Which product access we require, will take it, and we don't need servers. The servers, everything will be maintained by Oracle only. We'll have access to virtual servers. So and we don't require any technical team to manage the servers. So all the technical team will be managed by Oracle only. Okay, so that is a point we have to understand. Here we are calling as a Oracle Cloud. That means now Oracle is one of the big cloud computing company. They acquired big cloud players in the market. As a part of acquisition, they acquired many products, and along with that, this cloud technologies also they acquired from existing key players. If any client is going to use this cloud applications, what are the different options are available for customers? Basically, we have three options which clients can choose. So one is SaaS. SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. We'll go one by one. Okay, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay, when I talk about these three options, so how these three are different? It's very simple. So if you want to use the product as it is, how Oracle is developed, what are the ready-made product we have as it is, if you want to use, that means if you want to do some sort of vanilla implementation, you can go with the SaaS. SaaS means software as a service. In case of SaaS, you will be consuming the product, you will be using the product. So that means we'll just take the subscription for financials and we'll do the implementation. I mean, like, we'll do the required configuration. So then client will start using. If client will go with the SaaS model, they cannot do the product related customizations. Here customization means not report related, functionality related. They cannot develop new form, they cannot develop some new functionality. It's not possible in the SaaS. But even client is going with the SaaS model, report customization is possible. It's all about presenting the data how they required, which is available in the database. The report related customizations we can do, and we can have a third party integrations also. But only the disadvantage if any client is going with the SaaS is we cannot do some functionality related customizations. Okay, we can build inbound and outbound interfaces, and we can create custom reports. So this and all we can do. Only the disadvantage is we cannot do any functionality related customizations. Okay, what is a great advantage? Now most of the clients, most of the clients out of 100%, just 95% of clients are using SaaS only, SaaS option. What is a great advantage? Why clients are going with the SaaS model when customizations are not possible? The reason is, if any client is going to use SaaS model, they no need to go for their own upgrades. Okay, whenever Oracle will comes up with a new release, new version, their environment will be upgraded to latest version automatically. The reason there are no customizations, which will create the issues directly if they upgrade. Okay, we know like what is the strategy, what is the process we follow if you want to upgrade from older version to latest version. In case of EBS, that has to be done as a project. But here, if client is going with the SaaS model, we no need to go with that sort of process. Just you have to raise a SR to Oracle saying that you want to upgrade to latest version, and they'll be asking us when we want them to do the upgrade, and by following certain schedule we'll be giving the schedule. By following that, just simply they'll upgrade from current version to latest version. So these are all possible in the SaaS model. Only the disadvantage is you cannot do application functional related customizations. Any questions here, please? When you talk about SaaS, so these are the points we have to understand. Please.
So Lakshman, if it is a SaaS model, there is no technical consultant or DBA working here.
So DBS in any option. DBS in case of cloud, Oracle will have their DBA team, cloud DBA team. So in any option, it can be SaaS or PaaS, IaaS. We don't require DBAs. Okay, because we are not going to have our own servers. We are not going to install any product. Okay, just we are going to take the subscription. That is the reason no DBA. When you talk about technical, yes, technical required. Technical required. The reason is you want to integrate third-party application with the Fusion applications. Okay, you want to build an inbound interface.
Yes.
DBA is required. You want to build an outbound interface. Yes, DBA is required. You may want to do some customization to workflows. DBA is required. Okay, you want to develop some custom reports, BI reports. Technical people may be required. Okay, for these reasons, technical people may required. But how much scope you have for technical people in cloud implementation? Say, for example, you are running 2 or say 3 EBS projects. Okay, in EBS, the same 3 EBS projects, if you are going with a Fusion implementation, so there in each project you may require 1 resource or 2 resource. You may say 3, for example, let's go with one number. So 3 EBS projects you are doing, minimum you require 1 technical resource to do the conversions and other some technical object development. So for 3 projects, say 3 technical consultants you require in EBS, but in the Fusion, if you are going to do 3 Fusion projects, you may require 1 technical resource. Okay, the reason in no project technical people you require to do the conversion. We know even if you do vanilla implementation in EBS, even if you do vanilla implementation, just for data conversion we require technical consultant. But here, if you are going to do the vanilla implementation, you don't require any technical consultant. So that's how there is a huge difference. That means if you take some complex implementation project in EBS, if you need 10 technical resource to deliver all those relevant works, conversions and other areas of work. So here, when it comes to Fusion, drastically you can reduce that number from 10 to maybe 2 to 3. So that is the reason the scope also got reduced in the market for technical resource. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Lakshman.
Yeah.
And from a reporting standpoint, the customizations on report, can they do that on the application itself, or is it going to be a separate application that will interact with the SaaS application? This is only in relation with SaaS.
Yeah, within the application only you can do that. They are providing the BI catalog environment. Within that, they give a tool-based environment. Okay, within the application environment only you will be able to do everything.
Okay, so other than the reports customization or new reports, no other RISE component is possible in the SaaS.
So RISE components, when you talk about RISE component, as we discussed, conversions, one object is conversions. It's not a technical job. Now you can keep the data in the templates. The templates also will be provided by Oracle only for master data, transactional data. Just you have to load the templates into system, automatically the data will be loaded. It could be master data, transactional data. And when you talk about interfaces in Fusion you will do through SOA, middleware. We'll talk about that going forward. We'll discuss about it through SOA, service oriented architecture. By using the web services and many other options we have, we'll be able to do that interfaces. Some other component technical objects, report definition and all that you can do in SaaS also. Okay, the BA reports you'll be able to develop within the application. That here we are not taking as that is a customization, because you are not touching the product functionality. It's all about which data you want to see, how you want to see. It's all about just managing the report outputs and all. So that doesn't comes under customization in case of Fusion, the classification of customizations. Okay.
So it's only forms that we cannot do in SaaS. Other than forms, we can achieve others through different modes.
Exactly. You other than form in SaaS, we are talking about SaaS. Other than forms, say you want to do some basic personalization, that you can do. But if you want to do some critical personalization where you set some validations, other conditions and all, that you cannot do in the SaaS. Okay. In case of
Okay,
PaaS, you can do that. Some very complex personalizations, or you can, if you want to do customizations, you can do in the PaaS environment. If you notice here, see applications, middleware, or operating system, servers. So everything will be having as a part of your subscription, but you can consume, just you can use in case of SaaS. When you talk about PaaS, you can use as well as you can build as per your business requirement. If new functionality is required, say in P2P cycle, you need some two new forms to capture some additional information as per client custom process. You can build new functionality also. So that is possible in the past.
So the workflows is done through SOA, is it?
Yeah,
Here in
Bikel,
Fusion?
in workflows, in EBS we have AME, right, approval management engine. So that got replaced with the BPM, business process management. So if you want to customize the workflows, you should know the language called as BPL, business process execution language. These points we are going to discuss anyway. Going forward, we'll be discussing when we talk about Fusion enterprise structure, Fusion arc structure. We'll talk on those. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Lakshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, this is Tarun. I wanted to ask, like in EVS, we can go ahead and create reports on our own from FSG. We do not require any technical support there.
Correct.
Will that be the case in the in SaaS as well? Like I can go ahead and customize the BI reports that I want?
Yeah. The same possible. In EBS, we have FSG where you can just go and create row set, column set, and content set if required and all. You can just prepare the report definition. It's all about, you'll be giving the account information, right? Rows, which account for which row, which balances has to be fetched. You are not going to keep too much of calculations over there, right? So in the same way here in Fusion, we don't have FSG. FSG got replaced with FRS, which is a Hyperion product. So it's a very advanced reporting tool. However, you can prepare the reports in EBS by using the FSG. The same way, by using FRS and Fusion, you will be able to prepare the reports without any technical support or without writing any queries. It's all about it's very simple compared to FSG also. Just drag and drop. Just drag and drop which rows, columns required, and accounts required, periods required. Just with a single click on the fly, the online reports will be able to prepare. It's a very faster reporting.
But you mentioned that we'll be requiring technical support for BI reports.
Yeah, BA report. Yeah, BA reports we require. Say in the GL, you need one additional report, which you cannot prepare with FSG, or else in AP you need one additional report, which you don't as a part of standard reports. In that case, definitely we have to go with the customization, right? The same you can do in the Fusion by using the BI, because now all the reports are.
Okay, so it will be customized.
Sorry. Yep.
So it will be a customized report that I'll need help on from technical.
Correct. So when we are working on Fusion applications, if you know the basic SQL, you'll be able to do that reports.
Okay.
Yeah. But how to prepare the basic report, we are going to cover in our classes. The reason is, so that is a place where we write the queries, SQL queries. If you want to write SQL queries to see the data in the respective table, that is only the option available in the cloud. Because of that reason, we are going through that process. We'll see how to write the query, how to fetch the data. Against the data, how to define the report also, we'll see in our classes. So that you can understand how to query the data here. Fine. Any other questions here, please? Okay. So now what is the difference between SaaS and PaaS? The primary difference is here you cannot do any customizations. Here you can do the customizations. And if you go with the SaaS model, the auto upgrade is possible. Automatically you can upgrade to latest version without any additional effort. But if you are going to have a PaaS environment, which allows you to do the customizations. We know when we have a customizations, when you go with upgrade, there are many points need to be considered. The latest version may not invite our existing customizations, or there could be some many changes or few or many changes. So all we have to consider. That is reason if any client is using PaaS model, the cloud PaaS model, the auto upgrade is not possible. Okay, we have to follow the standard practice of upgrade how we do in EBS. Similar way that has to be done. So in case of SaaS, auto upgrade. In case of PaaS, auto upgrade is not possible. So these are the two primary differences we have to understand. Here no customizations in SaaS. Okay, reports you can customize, but when you say customization here, the functionality related customization, some web page development, some functionality development, not possible in the SaaS. That is possible in the PaaS. Here automatically the environment can be upgraded. Just you have to raise SR to Oracle, they will upgrade to latest version. Okay, and in case of PaaS, auto upgrades are not possible. So what about IaaS? It's just hosting service. You know, AWS, Amazon Web Services. You can buy some space and you can install any product and you can start using. In the same way, this sort of solution also available from Oracle. Okay, you can buy some hosting service, some space you can buy, server space you can buy. Within that, you may take Oracle Fusion product license. You can install in that so that you will be able to play with that product, or else you can buy you can take other product license. Those also you will be able to install in the server. Okay, just hosting service, that's all. So these are the three options are available for the customers when I talk about cloud computing. It's not only just for Oracle, any cloud computing company, these options will be available. Okay, so when you go more detail level, okay, so every subscription, whatever you take for SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, this slide is respective to Oracle. Okay, so the other slide is, it's a very generic slide which is applicable for any cloud computing. Okay, but when you talk about Oracle, here when you go with the SaaS application, so the SaaS application will consist of all these as a part of your subscription, virtual servers. Okay, we'll have application and the security part, database, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, network, data center. So all will be part of your package which you will take, but all will be managed by vendor. In our case, Oracle. What we'll be doing, just will be using the application. We'll configure and we'll use it. That's all. If you go with the PaaS, same you can see as a part of this. Okay, but you can manage the application, manage it by you. What applications? The rest of all will be managed by Oracle only. The applications you can manage, where you can develop some custom functionality. If you want, altogether you can develop, altogether you can design and develop new application also. That means if you go with a PaaS model or PaaS option, they'll give you platform. Here, platform as a service means they'll provide the platform which will allow you to do the customizations. If you go with IaaS model, so in IaaS, as we discussed, it is just hosting service. Just you can take the hosting from cloud computing company and you can install any product. But when we talk about the same IaaS model with respect to Oracle, okay, here it's slightly different. Here in IaaS also, Oracle will give you the applications, the Fusion applications you can get from Oracle. Along with that, if you want to install some third-party applications also, you can install in the IaaS model, and where that would be supported by Oracle. Say you are running some different applications in the different servers. You don't want to go with the 3-4 servers. Okay, since you are going to take IaaS subscription from Oracle, along with the Fusion applications, some third-party applications also you can maintain within the same server. Okay, that's how the IaaS can be helpful for the clients. If some client is going with a many products, many applications from different vendors, and along with that they want to go with the Oracle applications also. So instead of maintaining third-party applications, the different servers, those applications also they can move into IaaS model, which will be supported to manage different applications in single environment. Just it's all about server storage. Servers, they can a space they can buy and they can install and they can run multiple applications in the same environment. Now you can see the most of the clients in the market are going with the SaaS model only. Very few clients are going with a PaaS. Who has global presence, those clients are using the PaaS model, and most of the clients, small and mid-sized clients only, are using mostly the cloud applications. For all of them, there won't be too much of custom process. So that is the reason most of the clients are going with the SaaS model. Any questions here, please?
See, in the IaaS model, I see that database is also given to us. So when there is a database upgrade, does Oracle do it, or we have to do it ourselves?
So any upgrade or any critical activity, any patch application, everything will be done by Oracle.
Okay.
Oracle will do it. Even if say you are using application, you are creating some invoice, you got some issue, you verified in the metalink, you identified that is a bug. In this case, we'll just inform to DBA, right? DBA will apply the patch. But in case of Fusion Cloud, DBA team, Oracle DBA team will do the patch applications. Okay, we are not going to have it if you are going to use Fusion Cloud applications.
You just said that in Fusion applications, Oracle upgrades are not included in PaaS and IaaS.
Application upgrades, SaaS and PaaS possible. Just what I am telling is, in SaaS model, version upgrades can be done automatically. You have to just raise SR to Oracle, will do it, because you are using the standard product. You didn't do any customization. First of all, customizations are not possible in the SaaS. So if you are using the SaaS model, SaaS option, so whenever you want to upgrade to latest version, whenever new release is available, you can just raise SR to Oracle, they'll upgrade to latest version. If you are in SaaS.
Yeah, that's for SaaS. What about PaaS and IaaS?
Yeah, PaaS and IaaS, what approach we follow in EBS if you want to upgrade? We have to take the backup, right? We'll be upgrading.
No, I'm asking, will Oracle do that automatically, or we have to do it?
Yes, Oracle will do it. They'll be charging extra for that service.
Okay.
Because the servers are managed by Oracle only. Okay, that means the DBA service we have to take from Oracle if you are going to upgrade in PaaS and or IaaS. That's it. Any other questions here, please? Fine. So these are the points we have to understand when you talk about the options which are available to Oracle. So now when we talk about on-premise.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So in IaaS, there is access to database, which means are data fixes possible? Like, you want to fix a column in a table. Are data fixes possible? That's what
you can do that. Data fix and everything you can. Because you just see, when you take IaaS, there is no guarantee you'll be installing Oracle applications only within that. You can install anything. One of the options is you may install Oracle applications. If you go with IaaS, you may install EBS R12 also into IaaS model. That sort of scope you'll be having. Okay. Here,
and through the security model, they are able to integrate also the EBS and the IaaS.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. It's just a hosting service. IaaS means just hosting service. When you talk about Oracle, along with the hosting, they will give you if you want, you can get Fusion applications also within that hosting, and it will have a provision of installing third-party applications also into the same environment. Okay, so that's how it will support. Fine. Now here, just we'll see a few points which will differentiate on-premise and the cloud. So here, if you look at this slide, on-premise, in case of on-premise, these are the points which you have to consider in case of cloud applications. See, when you talk about on-premise, the CapEx, So you have to invest a lot for infrastructure. You have to buy the server infrastructure, which is not required in the cloud applications. So just will be taking on rent base only. If you go with the cloud, okay, cloud applications, so servers and all will be managed by Oracle only. You have to take rent base, just which applications access you require, for how many users you require. Simply you can pay subscription amount and you can use. Okay, say you are going to use for 10 years, you can pay accordingly and you can use it. You don't need to buy any server infrastructure. But if you go with on-premise, you have to invest a lot for server infrastructure. Okay, so here in case of on-premise, customer owned upgrades and patching, the upgrades should be done by customer only, customer team. Okay, and or say client team, and patching also should be done by customer team only. In case of cloud applications, so the upgrades and patching work will be done by Oracle team only. Oracle DBA team will do it. And here in case of on-premise, we may depend on some data centers, and there could be some disaster recovery. There could be some risk involved. But here they'll be having very just they'll be maintaining the servers and they'll be having very dedicated team and expert team. So there won't be any risk for the data or whatever the applications we are going to manage with Oracle in case of cloud. So in the same way, like rest of points also, like here in case of on-premise, since it's on-premise, upgrade is not a small task. So that is the reason, like there will be chance where business will miss some new business, product new functionalities which comes with a new version. If they go with the cloud applications, no upgrade but latest functionalities available with the which comes with the new releases. Whenever new release comes, Oracle releases, so within that, what are the new functionalities Oracle is introducing that can be used by client, since auto upgrade is possible. Again, where it is applicable, that point also already discussed in case of SaaS. Okay, and security, like security and access from anywhere whenever we require. So they have enough security concerns, and they are high security model they have for this cloud application. So that is the reason clients no need to worry about their sensitive data or whatever the say business data. So Oracle will take care of it, even it's going to be cloud. So that's how this is on-premise different from cloud applications. So very high level points. So in case of on-premise, they have to maintain the server. In case of cloud, no. In case of on-premise, they have to take the product license, but in the cloud, no license is required, just subscription. Here, upgrades and patching should be done by client team. In case of cloud, so the Oracle team will take care of it. So these are the primary points we have to understand. And when you look at a few terms, okay, terminologies by comparing with EBS. So here, say GUI, graphical user interface. In EBS case, we have forms. So 90% we have in the form of forms, okay, and the rest, say in EBS, bank accounts creation, supplier creation, customer creation, we have web pages, which we call as JSP, Java Server Pages. But in case of Fusion applications, they all are ADF pages, okay, ADF pages. So when you talk about workflows in EBS, workflows will be just writing PL SQL with a PL SQL functions or procedures. But here, the workflows will be running with the help of BPL, Business Process Execution Language. And in EBS, we have reports. When I talk about reports in EBS, we have XML publisher reports. In Fusion, BI reports, or you can call as BIP. And analysis purpose, in EBS, we have a discoverer, but in Fusion, we have OTBI, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence. These all are inbuilt. And a few other terminologies to understand. Here, approvals in EBS, we have AME. In Fusion applications, we have BPM, Business Process Management. We'll just come across all these very detailed levels, just very high level. I've given just these 2-3 slides. And data conversions in EBS, the conversion job should be done by technical team, but in the Fusion application, that can be executed by functional people by using FBDI templates, file-based data imports. F stands for file, B stands for base, D stands for data, I stands for imports. File-based data imports. Predefined templates we get from Oracle. Okay, so those you can download from Oracle website, Oracle Enterprise Repository. So just you can give it to client will fill with the data. We have a very simple process to load the data into interface, from interface to base tables. And setups and configuration in case of EBS, each application setup should be done from the respective responsibility. If you want to do AP setups, you have to be in the AP responsibility. AR setups you have to do from AR responsibility. That means all the time you will be keep switching the respective application configuration you have to do from particular responsibility. But in case of Fusion, we have FSM, functional setup manager. So this is a one place from where you can do any application related configuration, and what are the setups you do, those you will be able to track. We'll discuss more detail level when we talk about FSM. Okay, and it talk about applications here. The financials you can see as a financials only HRMS, human resource management system. Here you see the name as HCM, because since they taken that product from PeopleSoft, in the PeopleSoft our HRMS solution, the name is HCM, human capital management. The projects, our EVS projects suite, here you can see as a PPM. PPM stands for project portfolio management. Within that only you can see costing, billing, resource management, project management, many other applications which comes under project suite in EBS. In EBS we have database called as Oracle database. In Fusion we have, along with Oracle database, we have S-based database also. Why we have S-based, those we'll discuss as a part of our sessions. And system administrator in case of EBS. In Fusion we have Oracle Entity Manager and Authorizer Policy Manager, which are equal to system administrator. In latest release they did some change also, that we'll discuss as a part of our classes. Okay, this is how the look and feel you can have in Fusion applications. So completely web-based application. Okay, ADF pages. Okay, single user interface. This is how you can see the home page once you log into the instance. Okay, this we call as springboard icons. And this will allow us to connect to the specific work area. And here you can have a navigator. In the previous slide, the same I shown. This is a navigator. We are not going to have a navigator like EBS for each and every responsibility wise. No responsibility concept in the Fusion that you might be knowing by this time. So anyway, we'll go through all those. Okay, so as I mentioned, detail level, the course curriculum, here I written summarized manner. So these are the applications we are going to learn as we discussed earlier. So this would be detailed course curriculum. Okay, fine. Any questions from anyone, please? If no questions, we can wind up for today. We'll connect tomorrow same time, and we'll just try to understand few more points before we get into the instance.
Will you be sharing these PPTs every day?
PPTs, we are not going to have any PPTs, just for the information purpose. Just I prepared this PPT. Going forward, I'll be writing in the spreadsheet whatever we are going to do, what are the steps we are going to execute. I'll be writing in the spreadsheet. If you require that, I can share.
But if we want to go back to the concepts and reference something, we don't have any documentation.
No, this video will be sharing with you. You may play one time, or else just if you think certain information is very much required for you to remember, you may make a note. But going forward, all the sessions we are not going to have the slides and all. Just will be writing in the spreadsheet. That sheet I can share if you want. Okay, the sheet you require, whatever we are going to discuss, I'll be writing in the sheet. What setups we have to do when we are doing certain process. What are the dependency setups as a part of the process? What are the steps are involved? Everything I'll be writing in the spreadsheet. So that sheet we can share if somebody required.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. Any questions from anyone, please? Fine. Seems to no questions from anyone. So we can wind up for today, and we'll connect tomorrow. In tomorrow's session, we'll talk about a few more points which we should understand before we get into the instance. Okay. So since no questions, that's all for today. We'll connect tomorrow same time. Have a good day and good night. Thank you.